Well, on June 19th, millions of Americans will celebrate Juneteenth. The holiday marks the day that the last enslaved people in the Confederate United States learned they were free. It's already a federal holiday, but this year will be the first time Minnesota recognizes it as a state holiday, too. So what is the history of Juneteenth, and how are these recognitions impacting the holiday? Good question. Kirsten Mitchell explains the meaning of the day.
Historically speaking, what is Juneteenth?
Juneteenth is a celebration that we associate with the end of slavery in Texas.
That was in 1865 in Galveston, Texas, when the last enslaved people were freed, 2.5 years after President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation.
Happy Juneteenth.
For generations, Juneteenth has been celebrated with joy, music, food, and festivities.
What does Juneteenth mean to you?
Juneteenth means a lot of things, but to me, I think particularly post-2020, it means agency. It's not just about the day off, it's about what we do on that day to make our community better.
The racial reckoning after the murder of George Floyd pushed Juneteenth to become a federal holiday in 2021.
The president has now signed Juneteenth into law.
Every state has recognized Juneteenth as a day of observance, with more than half making it a permanent holiday.
It's a law of the land.
Minnesota joins the list this year.
So it's always nice, not always necessary, but it is always nice to have sort of the institutions support what community has already been doing.
Teresa Moses started the Juneteenth celebration at the University of Minnesota, now in its second year.
We are trying to be as intentional about how we are celebrating Black joy, Black resistance, and Black rest.
She also grew up in Texas, the birthplace of the holiday.
It, I think, solidifies that we have to continuously celebrate it and hold it in really high esteem.
Dozens of Juneteenth events are planned across the state.
I think one of the misconceptions about Juneteenth is that only Black people can celebrate it. I think that's the important and starting piece, is that you have to build trust. And one of the ways you do that is that you get out with community.
As more people learn the significance of the holiday, Dr. Uhura Williams hopes it remains focused on celebration, reflection, education, and the work that still needs to be done.
We should be looking around and asking the questions, as we think about the hopes and aspirations of the free people in 1865. Where are we falling short today? This is the continuing effort to make the promise of freedom and equality real for all Americans, specifically in the Black community.
In St. Paul, Kirsten Mitchell, WCCO News.
And Juneteenth is the newest federal holiday since Martin Luther King Jr. Day was established in 1983. There is a growing list of Juneteenth events that are across the state. You will find it on our website, WCCO.com.